Alright everybody, it's me again and I'm back making another video. Boy, I didn't expect to do this, but then I thought of the whole Bob Price Mythvision controversy that went on I don't know, maybe it was a month ago now. And since I wasn't making videos, I didn't make a video on it, but I just want to just discuss this a bit. Uh, I like Bob Price. I went right over there after this whole thing happened and he was kicked off of Mythvision, and I went over to Patreon and became a Patreon of his. It's $5 a month, but I like him. I like his humor. I learned a lot from Bob Price just watching Mythvision. That's one of the main reasons, I watched him. I like some of the other guys on there, but that was the main guy. Whenever Bob was on I was there, but and I don't care about the views. And uh, I know that I guess Derek makes a lot of the money. He makes money off of Patreon and he makes money off of YouTube and stuff like that. And that there affected him with people. And I'm just going to say this about, you know, the people out there that didn't like the fucking views of Bob Price, didn't like his fucking politics. I don't give a fuck. If I would have, if in, I'd be in that place. I'm the type of guy that I will go down with the fucking ship. You can take your whiny little bitch ass and fuck off. Okay, go to some other channel. I'm a tiny, tiny, tiny channel here. I have 5 subscribers. Okay, I wouldn't mind having more because I think you need to get the word out about this whole Christian bullshit. And who better than a guy like Bob Price? Now, I'm not a big fan of the Canadian Catholic because he's another Christian who's promoting his faith, but he has Bob Price on his channel now, and I've been watching some of his podcasts with Bob Price. And like I said, I went over to Patreon and I watched some of his videos. I listened to his audio over there, Bob Price audio. This whole thing with people, and most of these, I don't know the percentage of males, but any males out there that just because he didn't like Bob Price's, politics. Well, there are other people that Derek has on there that have a political view that I don't agree with. But I like their knowledge. I don't give a fuck if that guy says he's a communist and he believes that we all should own nothing and all should be beholden to the government. I don't care. If he's true, if he comes out with facts and he can maybe even give me ideas for videos where some of these guys have done that, where they gave me ideas of videos and went out and researched. Great. I don't get bent out of shape or triggered. I'm a man. If you're a man, then here's what you need to do. You need to not have any expectations. Meaning, don't expect to be treated nice. Don't expect to be treated bad. Don't expect that people are going to agree with you. Don't expect they're going to disagree with you. Who gives a fuck? They are now controlling you. Bob Price controlled these people. Okay, and he wasn't intending to. He just came out and said what he believed. And it's like, oh, well, this guy believes that, and just shut the fuck up. I'm the type of guy that, I don't know if I said this, if I would be, okay, take back here. Okay, now, when you're in a city, when you're around people, the thing is, if I'd be in a store and there'd be somebody smashing and grabbing and he'd come in my friggin' aisle where I'm in and he'd start grabbing shit off the shelf, I'd take his ass down to the ground. Okay? I'd probably go to jail. What the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? Okay, I got a job. That's why I'm able to buy this shit. You go out and get a fucking job. Because all this is going to lead to, even if you get away with this, And you go out that door, and they're finding out now, those people, because they have their fucking video, their face on video. Now some of these people are getting busted. Oops, knock, knock. Oh, hey, buddy, yeah. Have you seen this video? Yeah, that's you, you dumb motherfucker. So they're getting it. But, you know, I live out here in the country. Most of these people would never come out here in the country, especially at night. Most of these people would be terrified because it's dark out here and there might be bad things in the woods. Yeah, I'm in the woods. Okay? I live in the woods. You know, that, and, you know, Bigfoot. 11 inches. But, yeah, I kick the living shit out of the people. I use, I mean, hell, I got this. I got this. You know, yeah, I got a whole bunch of shit. I got my fucking rifle. I got knives. I got another axe. I know how to fight. So yeah, I'm gonna use whatever the fuck I need. But the people that got all triggered over this shit, I tell you what, we live in such a soft, weak fucking society where the people that whine and whine and whine are the ones that always get what they want. It's like they get what they want, and what they don't realize, it's coming around for them one day. One day, you're going to whine, and it ain't going to work. Okay? And that's a day you're going to get your ass smacked down. And you're going to wish that you had some sand, you had some balls, and you did not bitch like a bitch. That you stood on your 2 feet and said, so if Bob wants to believe that, let him believe that. One of the things about the atheist community, and I'm not an atheist, I believe there is an intelligence that created all this. And I heard, I believe there may be like a little bit of theistic evolution, though I'll have to look into that more. I believe there could be a being that did that. But here's the thing. I heard one guy, I think is Vanilloid. He has a channel called Vanilloid, where he said that, no, that's not possible, that there could be a deity that could have created evolution because of all the long time periods of where there was nothing going on. And I was thinking, well, what if that was this deity's plan? Then he planned it like that, where it would just go like that, where there would be long time periods, where whatever evolved up to that point would have a time of growth and stuff like that, and boom, something else happens then after maybe millions of years. I mean, you know, what? But anyway, but in the atheist community, there's a lot of really insipid little sissies. It's, you know, we have a deficit of men in this country where we need to have men who are not going to be bothered by shit. And don't get me wrong, there's shit that irritates me, but I get over it. There was a time when I didn't get over it, when I'd be triggered and I'd be mad all the time. Well, now I might get mad, but I can tell myself, shut the fuck up, stop whining like a bitch. I look at it this way. Do I have control over this situation? Is there any way I can control this? And in some things, I'd say most things, there might be a little way that I can control it to make it kind of, you know, more palatable. Some things there isn't, where you just go, the hell with it then. I'm just going to deal with whatever the fuck happens. Okay, back in, in my last video I made, I got sick back in November. We had the time change, what was it, daylight savings time, which I think is bullshit. I think they need to just stop that fucking shit. Okay, let's just let it at one fucking time, and let's keep that going for the rest. Let's keep that going for the rest of, almost knock that down. This thing hit the floor quite a bit, you know, before I made these last 2 videos. But let's just keep the time the way it is, because whenever they have a time change, it just screws everything up. I mean, and that was a fall back. normally fall back, I'm okay. But this one here, I didn't sleep or shit that next week. And I knew it. I could feel something was going on. And then I got the flu. Not the coof, the flu. And that lasted for a month. But what happened was, before that week that I was tired, I bought a weighted vest, a 40-pound weighted vest. And that next week, I only worked Monday and Tuesday because it was Thanksgiving week. So I had off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So what I did was I could do light weightlifting. I wasn't strong enough because I couldn't eat. I could barely eat anything. But I put this vest on and I just walked as far as I felt before I was like, because, when you're sick and when you're not eating, you're getting kind of, peaked. You're tired. But I decided to do that because I believe as a man, you need to work at being a tough motherfucker. Okay, we got that. We got the testosterone. You add the adrenaline to it. You're like, fuck this, man. I'm going to tear something apart. I love it. I get up at 150 on a Saturday morning so I can lift weights. Now this Saturday, hell, I don't know when the hell I got up. It was 125. I think 125 because I couldn't sleep. Now I got up at 125. It was around, I think it was like, no. I think it was after 12. Yeah. I couldn't sleep because I got up at around 11:30, and I couldn't sleep, and I laid there for until about 12:30, and then I got up, and then around 1:30 I took my pre-workout shit. I don't take a pre-workout scoop, I take ginseng, I have Haladrol and stuff that I take for weightlifting, but I got to weightlifting at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay? And I put in a good, I don't know, I'd say 2.5 hours of weightlifting. I did 4 different exercises. So it's this mindset that I got into where I was more of a, years ago I was one of those people that was just weak. I lift weights, but then I'd eat whatever I wanted, and I got fat and all that stuff. And now I pretty much, hit, I'm not fat anymore. I lost about 35 pounds because I was up to like 280, 282, and I'm down to about 245 now. I still want to lose a little bit of weight, maybe get a little bit of definition, but there's the thing. Okay, a lot of these people they're intellectual, and it's good. It's good to be intellectual. It's good to be smart, okay? But they need to also, if you're, like I said, if you're male, man, get your test levels up. Become a and if you have your test, and I'm not saying you don't, but I think maybe what you ought to do is you ought to, eat more meat. Okay, and I know some of you are vegetarian. That's another religion. It's a shit religion, and it does not do well. It's not healthy for you, but a lot of what that is and how these people think. Okay, with whining about what Bob is, it's their self-righteousness, their holiness. It's a religion to them. Well, I'm a good person. No, you're not. Anybody that thinks they're a good person or says they're a good person is an asshole. Because everybody that I know that thinks they're a good person is a fucking asshole. They don't think they are. They don't think they are. But they are. Because they always seem to fuck something up. They're always pretending that, well, I wouldn't say that if I was you. Well, now that you said that to me, I'm going to say it. Fuck, 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 fuck. How do you like that? Would you like me to say it more? Because I know it, hurts your delicate sensibilities. But, the thing, going back to Bob Price, I'm always going to be a fan of Bob Price. I'm unsubscribed from Mythvision. Uh, but I see it this way. If he'd ever get Bob back on the show, I mean, there are other. If he just makes money through the YouTube and the Patreon and stuff like that, okay, there are other ways of making money. I mean, I'm actually starting to think of making money online. I don't know how that'll go, but I'm going to try. Uh, but there are many ways of making money that he could actually maybe make more money doing something else. Still do that, get Bob back on, and then have the people whine about it and tell him, yeah, I put links down here to all the other other YouTube creators that you can go to. So if you want to, click on some of them and subscribe to them and unsubscribe from me, fine. But, I'm not telling him what to do. It's just, I had a, man, man up. Some of you people that whined about that, watch this video, man the fuck up. Because, it's eventually going to come around to bite you in the ass. And like I said, don't have any expectations. All right. When I first started making these videos again, I didn't have any expectations. There were certain things that bothered me, such as my video and my voice were not in sync. So what I did was I was like, what the hell's wrong here? So I Googled it and found out, wait a minute, it says, turn your computer off, restart the computer. And then I was thinking, yes, because my YouTube, when I was on YouTube, you had those delays and it kind of got sticky and you try to click off and nothing would happen. Then all of a sudden that little red line would slowly come across and be like, and I was like, yeah, that's what I probably need to do because everything's out of sync. So I did that, but I don't expect everything to work for me, okay? I mean, what I do expect to work for me is that I'm going to be able to, you know, make my food shortly and eat that, and that my beer is going to taste good. And apparently my webcam has performance issues, so maybe I'll get it some Yohimbi and then everything will work out. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It took me almost 18 minutes to say it, but, comment. Let me know what you think, whether you like this or whether you don't like this. I don't expect anything, so I'm not going to get triggered. So until next time, I'm David Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian.